Hi golfers, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to discuss about what it means to slide during the downswing, what that can cause to the strike, and most importantly, how to stop the excessive sliding. Let's have a look at this video and we will understand better what it means to slide during the downswing. So we are not going to look at the position or backswing because they were both okay. We just want to see what happens when the downswing starts. And I want you to follow the hips, how much they are actually moving laterally without turning when I'm close to impact. So as you can see, the hips are just going closer and closer to the target, but they are not turning enough. And in this way, one, I'm not gonna be able to strike the ball so good. Sometimes you're gonna see that people are just flipping the hands through impact, so we can have a good dynamic loft. And the third aspect is going to be that this move is going to cause us to swing slower and slower. So that's how a swing where we do a slide looks like. Now, let's go back to the mat. I'm gonna explain to you a bit more in depth how this motion or bad motion works. Then I'm gonna show you some good drills to make sure that we are not gonna get this bad habit ever again in our swing. Now we know what we need to look at when we are analyzing a swing. So let's see how those three aspects that I just mentioned before are influenced when we have too much sliding in our swing. So by going to the top of the backswing, most of the time we're gonna see that the hip is gonna go so much outside and is gonna go outside my foot. And in this way, the hips are getting in a stuck position. Now, we're gonna have less dynamic loft at impact because if you would keep the angle or good angles in the downswing, you'd have too much forward shuffling and you're not going to be able to hit the ball. And that's why most of the people that are sliding, they are going to develop also some kind of throwing of the right arm or the trail arm in the downswing to try to make contact with the ball. So they are all mostly going to look like this. Not too much forward shuffling, hips are going forward, and also you can also observe now that the hips are still pointing to the target. So they did not turn at all in order to clear and let me hit the ball. So it's I'm getting myself stuck, we can say that as well. So in that way, I'm not able to create the speed that I would potentially create when I'm gonna create the rotation as well. And in that way, when I create rotation, I'm gonna pull the club head with a bit more speed through the ball, and this is how we can generate a bit more distance. Now the last aspect that is going to be affected is going to be the ability to strike the ball. So this motion is not going to happen the same every time. Sometimes you're gonna do less, then you're gonna do more sliding, and then we're gonna change the position of the low point. In this way, the low point is gonna vary, let's say 5 centimeters before the ball, 5 centimeters after the ball. So you're gonna hit fat shots, thin shots, and you're gonna hit some good shots. So this was the explanation on how sliding is going to affect your swing. Now, I'm gonna show you a drill and let's see how easy it is to get rid of this excessive sliding. Guys, before I show you the drill, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. You will just get a notification every time we are posting a video. Now, I'll show you the drill. I'm sure when you're gonna go and practice next time, you're gonna go to the range and you're gonna find yourself having a basket. So I want you to use the basket for this drill. I want you to take the position at the golf ball and place the basket between your knees. Now, if you would be to do the drill in a wrong way, you're gonna see that you're gonna go to the top of the backswing, you're gonna start your downswing by sliding, and you're gonna see that you compress too much the bucket. Also, you can observe that the left knee is going to be bent all the way through impact. So in this way, we know that we had too much or excessive sliding in the downswing, and the motion is going to look like this. So backswing, slide, and I'm going to finish like this, where the hips are still not turned to the target. Left leg is still bent, so I couldn't manage to straighten it because of the slide. And I still have the bucket between my knees. So those three aspects are going to tell you that the shot you just made, it was not made in a correct way. Now, how you would like to practice with the bucket is going to be in the following way. So you're going to make the backswing. Now I want you to feel like the knee, the lead knee is going to go to the target first. So in that way, I'm going to lose the bucket already. And in that way, you're going to observe that by turning the lead knee, the hips already started to turn as well. So in this way, we're going to manage to strike the ball by having less slide, and also the left hip is going to clear a lot quicker, allowing you to hit the ball better on the club face. So let's try this drill. Let's see how it's actually looking like in a full swing. So you could see on that motion that I lost the bucket when I started the swing. That was the first thing I did from the top of the backswing. So the left knee cleared out, let's say, that helped the hip to clear out. There are also a few more ways you could try to get rid of this issue. One would be, if you go on a driving range where you hit from grass, you could put your umbrella or an alignment stick about 10 centimeters from your lead heel. And in that way, you're gonna know that if you slide too much, you're gonna touch the stick. So in that way, you want the knee to go first, through, and you're gonna find yourself that you still have some space between your hip and the alignment stick that you just put in the ground. So these two drills, I'm sure they are gonna help you to avoid that excessive sliding, and you're gonna find yourself that you become so much better striking the golf ball. That was all about sliding. Everything you need to know about it, how to cure it, what do you need to look for when you analyze a swing, and in no time you will be able to get rid of it for sure. Meanwhile, if you like the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment in the comment section below, and I will see you next week at the Solution Golf.